Most service bureaus are doing a lot of things right. They've got their branded software, they've got their offer put together, they know who they want to sell to, and they still can't close deals consistently. They're making calls, they're sending messages, they're following up, and they keep hearing the same things coming back to them. I'll have to think about it. Well, I already have tax software. Well, what makes your software different? And here's the thing. If that's the last thing that you keep hearing before those EROs ghost you, it's not because your price is too high, and it's not because your branding isn't polished enough. It's because you're selling the wrong thing entirely. In this video, I want to show you exactly what EROs actually care about and how one shift in how you frame your offer changes how every single sales conversation goes from here on out. Hey guys, my name is Ross Farnsworth. I'm the co-founder of Service Bureau Accelerator. We've helped over 1,200 tax pros start and scale their own service bureaus, and we currently produce over 300,000 product returns every tax season. Now, we speak to hundreds of service bureaus every year, and a big chunk of them are stuck at the same volume season after season. And it's not because anything is wrong with their business, but because they haven't made this one shift yet. And once they do, everything changes. That's what this video is about. Here's what 90% of service bureau pitches look like right now. You reach out to an ERO, you tell them you've got branded tax software, you walk them through the support features, the tech support, the transmission fees, and then you give them the price. And they say, okay, but I already have software that does all of that. And they're right, and that's the problem. When you lead with the software, you're putting yourself in a lineup with every other service bureau who already talked to that ERO this month. Same software features, the same tech support. The only thing left to compete on is price. That is called the commodity trap. And the only way to win inside of it is to go lower. Lower license fees, waiving renewal fees, cutting the service bureau fees back so the ERO keeps more money per return. Now look, at the end of the day, those strategies do work and there's a way to approach it, and we do it on most of our sales calls. But at the end of the day, it's a race to the bottom. And if that is the only playbook that you have, your margins shrink on every bank product. And that doesn't create a thriving business. It turns your business into just a bidding war. Now look, there is a better way, but it requires understanding something that most service bureaus never actually stop to think about. And here's the honest thing that nobody tells you when you become a service bureau. EROs don't care about the software. I'm gonna let that sink in again. EROs do not care about the software. They don't care about the software features. They don't care whether it's Slayer or OLT. Now, they may have a preference, but most softwares pretty much do the same thing today, and that is not why they buy. Every ERO, every tax professional, every small business owner in the tax industry cares about one thing and one thing only: growing their business and generating more revenue. That's it. More clients, more revenue, a team they can actually count on, a path that doesn't have them burnt out by March. Think about the EROs in your network right now. Think about yourself when you were an ERO. What are they actually dealing with heading into the next tax season, right? They're trying to figure out how to recruit preparers. They're trying to get off-season revenue instead of going 9 months with nothing, right? They want to know how to market, how to keep clients coming back, how to build more referrals, how to build something that doesn't collapse the moment they step away from it. And what you need to understand is that software is just the infrastructure, okay? It's just the tool that they use to do the work. Nobody really gets excited about a tool, right? Like, hey, look at this shiny hammer. So when you walk in leading with the tool, you've already lost the room because you're not solving the problem your customers actually need help with. And the question that actually opens the door is not, well, how do I get them to buy my software? Instead, it's, what does this ERO need to grow? What is in my program that can help them get them there? That is the shift. And it sounds simple, but watch what happens when you actually run with it. Let me walk you through what this looks like in a real sales conversation. So instead of leading with your pitch, instead of leading with all the software features, you start the conversation by asking some very simple questions. Tell me about your business. How was your tax season? Did your volume go up or go down compared to the year before? What were the 2 or 3 biggest challenges that you ran into that you don't want to repeat this year? What's your goal for this upcoming season, and what do you feel like is going to be the biggest bottleneck stopping you from reaching that goal? Most EROs have never had that conversation with the service bureau before. And the moment you ask it and actually listen, they open up. They tell you everything. They tell you, they lost 2 preparers mid-season and it wrecked their volume. They tell you they've been trying to figure out Facebook ads and they just cannot figure it out. They tell you they want to start at a tax academy and recruit more preparers and build their team, but they don't know where to start. Now you know exactly what they need. And if you ask the right questions, your prospects will literally tell you exactly what they want to buy. And now when you talk about your program, you're not just reading a list of features from your software. You're connecting every single piece of your program and showing them how it solves an actual problem they just told you they have. So here's some examples, right? Maybe you're on your phone with someone, you're like, hey, you told me that you're struggling to recruit preparers. Well, we actually have a training for that inside of our program that walks you through step-by-step how to recruit an army of tax preparers before the upcoming season. Maybe you're talking to someone, you say, hey, you said that you wanted to get into off-season revenue. Here's how EROs, just like yourself, are becoming resellers on our platform to generate year-round revenue. Maybe you were talking to someone and they want to start a tax academy. Well, you tell them, hey, inside of our program, we actually walk you through step-by-step how to build and launch a successful tax academy. Now the conversation that you're having with them is about what you can do for them, right? How you are going to solve their problems, specific challenges or problems, and help them hit their goals. And that ERO is leaning in because you're no longer trying to sell them a line item on their expense sheet, right? You're showing them a path to the thing they actually want, growing their business and generating revenue. And so guys, if this is landing for you, if you're recognizing the pattern in your own sales calls and you want to see exactly how we teach our members to package this, position it, and close deals consistently with it, watch the free training. The link is in the description below the video. It's about 45 minutes long and it covers everything you need to know about scaling a service bureau with case studies from some of our members. We cover the trainings, the scripts, the tools, the coaching, the membership that you get access to inside of our program as well. Now, for everyone else, let me show you what the end result looks like when you actually build this out in your service bureau. And the service bureaus who are growing the fastest right now are not winning on price. I can tell you that. They're winning because their EROs don't see their program as a software fee. They see it as an investment into their business. And there is a massive difference between being something that your ERO has to pay for every year and being something that your ERO cannot imagine operating without. You do not want to be an expense to their business. You want to become an asset. So think about what it takes to get there, right? What trainings can you offer alongside your software? What templates, what resources, what tools are you putting into your ERO's hands that actually helps them get more clients, right? What can you do to help them recruit more preparers, help them market their tax offices more effectively? When your ERO goes out and recruits 3 new preparers because of something that you taught them, they're not going to leave your program. When their volume goes up because of a marketing strategy that you gave them, they start sending other EROs to you. That is when your network starts growing from the inside itself instead from cold outreach alone. Now, Shalimar is a great example of this. So she built her whole program around teaching EROs how to recruit preparers and how to grow their volume. Now, when she joined SBA, she had less than 10 tax clients to her business. She didn't just sell the software, she packaged training around it. Year 1, she recruited 25 EROs and generated over $10,000 in upfront license sales, over $30,000 in back-end bank product revenue, and by year 2, she doubled her customer count, doubled her bank product volume, and crossed 6 figures from her service bureau alone. Now, Shambrika also took the same idea further. She's been running a tax academy before she joined our program. Training was already what she did, and when she plugged that into a real service bureau structure with Service Bureau Accelerator, her first year with us, she brought in 21 EROs and 200 preparers through her academy program. Between the prep fee splits and the back-end service bureau fees, she crossed $1 million in revenue that 1 year alone. And at the end of the day, the thing that separates them from you is that they simply understood that software was just the ticket in. The program is what people actually paid for. And that's what you're building towards. You are not a software vendor. You are a business growth system that happens to include software. Because here's the cost of staying in the commodity lane. Every season you run the same pitch is another season where the conversation ends at price. And price conversations don't build a business, they simply grind one down. The EROs you could have in your program right now, the ones you've talked to, followed up with, made your pitch to, a lot of them weren't saying no to your software. They were saying no because they couldn't see why your program was worth more than what they already have. That changes the moment you flip the conversation from talking about software features to providing an actual solution to their actual problems. So if you want to see exactly how to put all this stuff together, how to package the offer, how to structure the sales conversation, how to walk an ERO from, I already have tax offer to, holy crap, send me the invoice, the free training is where to start. So again, the link is in the description below. It's about 45 minutes long. It walks you through the full model, how the revenue works, how the growth strategies work, and how service bureaus inside our program are getting the best deal, trainings just like this, and mentorship. Also, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys. What is the #1 objection that you hear when you pitch your software? I read every single one of these comments, and so I'd love to hear what you guys are running into as well. Also, hit subscribe if you want more of this. If you found this video to be educational or informative, if you feel like you can actually take some strategies away from this video and help you grow your service bureau, hit that subscribe button. We go deep into the service bureau model, share with you what's actually working, what's not, and how to build something that grows every season. I'll see you in the next one.